Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hump day to you. Right over the hump into the weekend. Okay. Good day to you. Good to see everybody. Hope you're off and having just a awesome start to your morning. Um, Today we got the word coming in from, I believe, Joan Klein. Yes, Joan, this is your word today. All right. We're excited about that. So if you're new,
Coach,
maybe you've
she's
been in.
literally joining right this second. So you're
Okay.
going to have to repeat that because she wasn't quite here yet.
Okay. Hello, Joan. I know you're just joining, but this word is for you. This is your word for today. But here's the thing. We got a lot of new people that are joining us on the Coach's Corner. And we had everybody at the end of last year kind of grab a word for 2023 that really meant something to them. And then we're going to kind of look at those words and talk about them. And hopefully we kind of given whoever's come up with the word, like Joan today, her word's action. But hopefully with us taking a deeper dive into it can add some light around Joan's word for the year. So that's our hope. And we're going to occasionally pull people up to just see what inspired them on the word they brought up. So, or came up with for 2023. And if you didn't, and you got a word, send it to Andrea Rosser. We'll pull it up and look at it. So if you hadn't done that, please do. She'll put her number in the chats. But our word for today is action. And if you look at the definition, it's the fact or process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. So it is an act of doing something to achieve an aim, a goal. One of the things, two things I came across in looking at this. One is words may inspire, but only action really creates change. Think about it. Maybe it's our health. I can talk a good game, but I've got to take action around my health. Okay. I've done that plenty in my life. Maybe it's our finances. Maybe it's our business. I go, you know what? I want to go here in my business. I want to do this. I can be inspired. I can be motivated, but action is what will create the change. And I believe that a lot of people are waiting around to have confidence. Like, man, if I just felt better, I'd exercise. If I just made more money, I would excel more in my business. And it's like that's kind of getting the cart in front of the horse. Like it isn't confidence that comes first, but taking action, and then confidence follows that. So once I start taking action, I start standing more upright, shoulders back, chest out, because I'm taking care of my health. Or maybe it's in my business. I start ranking up. I start taking action around my business. And I start getting more confidence to reach out to people. My belief goes up. So where I went this morning, and I want you to think about this before I turn it to Andrea. Yesterday, if you followed the Chalk Talk that I do on Tuesdays, we do on Tuesdays, we talked about income producing activity. So let's think about it from a business standpoint. Like I'm trying to create more income into my life. I'm trying to create more finances. I'm trying to work this. Maybe it's a side business. Maybe it's network marketing. But I've got to focus around daily income producing activities. Who am I meeting today? Who am I talking to today? Who have I got on my list to reach out to today? Like it's income producing focus, but it's action. It's the action that creates the movement in my business. But think about this. A different twist to income producing activity. What if it was wellness producing activity, WPA? Right? How many of you maybe put a 1 in the chats if you're focused in 2023 on better health? I know I am. This year is going to be an outstanding year for my health. And I'm focused on that. I'm focused on the way I'm eating. I'm focused on what I'm putting in my body. I'm focused on what I'm not putting in my body. And I'm going to continue to focus on that. You know, I've told all of you, Renew is a product that is driving me in my focus. I love all of our products, but Renew is really driving me every day. So what is my wellness producing activities for the day? Because I want that change. I want that body to look different. I want my insides to look different. So it's like, maybe I got to create action around shaping my body. So for me, it's getting up at 4:30 and going to the gym. That's my personal for my body. But I also want to do wellness producing activities for my health. So the health is I'm taking Renew every night. I'm eating better. I'm actually read the book Bright Line Eating, and I'm eating on that plan. But also another wealth producing activity is my mental shape. What does my mind look like? What am I feeding? I got the coach's corner every morning. So I'm producing my mind. I'm getting my mind right. I call it getting my dome right for the day. Right. And what book am I reading? What for my wellness? Am I plugging around the right people? Am I plugging myself in? Am I like an extension cord? Am I plugging myself into the right working environment that's positive, uplifting, on a mission? They're thriving. All of that is going to produce my mental shape. So I look at my wellness producing activities for the days, and I go focusing on my body shape, focusing on my health shape. I'm focusing on my mental shape. So when you think about taking action, and Joan, thank you for this word, think about what your producing activities are for the day. If it's about your business and you want to take action around that, what are you doing today to produce income for yourself? That means calls, that means meetings, that means, you're working that, okay? But then on the wellness side, if you want to do wellness producing activities, what does that look like from your body, from your health, from your mental game? So got to have those on my daily ritual, my daily walk. So Andrea, I'll turn it to you. Those are my thoughts this morning on action.
Great thoughts this morning. And thank you so much for this, Joan. I love it. And the quote that I found that kind of made me go, oh, right. We've all been at this moment. It says, you'll never plow a field by turning it over in your mind. And man, I am so guilty. I am a mental plower, right? I think so often about the things that I want to do, the things that I need to do, and it's all in here, and there's no action. There's nothing happening in front of me. And, I think about how powerful I feel, the confidence that I feel, the accomplishment I feel when I actually move from thought to action. But sometimes we can get stuck. Like, I don't know if anybody else here can relate, but maybe it's the task feels too big, or you just are feeling, I don't know, overwhelmed, or I don't know what it is, but did anybody else relate to just sometimes feeling stuck and not taking the action that you really want to do or you really need to do? Like, anyone ever get stuck? Anyone? Just me? Okay, maybe just me. Ernest does. Okay, thank you, Ernest. Appreciate it. So when I get stuck, what I looked into is how do we get unstuck and move ourselves back into action, right? We've got things that we want to do. We've got things that are on our list and our goals and all of that. How do we move and start moving again? So first of all, stop waiting until conditions are perfect. And I don't know if anybody else is guilty of this, where you're like, okay, I'll pick up the phone and make calls, but I've got to make sure that, I'm not hungry because I don't want my stomach to growl, and I better, there better not be any noise. So maybe I need to walk the dog first so she's more relaxed. And, I'm going through and I'm coming up with 8,000 things that I can do before I actually do the work that I need to do. So stop waiting for conditions to be perfect, because they never are. There's always going to be something. So just take action. With that, stop, get up, and do it. And you guys know I'm a Mel Robbins groupie. I love Mel Robbins. I think she is phenomenal. I don't know her title, like maybe a mindset coach. I don't even know, but she's got a podcast, and she's got some books. But the one that I love is the 5-second rule. And it's not when you drop things on the floor and like you can pick it up, blow it off, and eat it. It's count down from 5 and get yourself to do something. So maybe you're used to hitting the snooze button in the morning. So if you want to get out of bed faster, the alarm goes off, you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You're moving. Or get out of the shower because it's so warm and cozy, you can't be in there all day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. Shower's off and you go about. You've got to exercise. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get those shoes on and out the door. Number 3 is stop overthinking things. And again, this is something I'm so guilty of. And if you just kind of think about your day, how many times are you thinking about something? All right, maybe you have a goal and you just are thinking about the steps you need to take for it, but it's always right here and it's not going to the action. Take a moment to notice how often you're thinking about it versus how often you're doing it, and choose to do it instead. And the best example for many of you that are in the same industry, like how often have you wrote down your list versus how many times have you picked up the phone? I have a lot of versions of my list, and they're organized, they could be alphabetical or location or age or need, because I've worked in that list a lot. But how many times did I actually pick up the phone? And the book is by Mel Robbins, Sue. Next is take continuous action. So once you get started, work to take continuous action. So make sure you keep your momentum going by chipping away in a productive way every single day. And number 5 is use your action to overcome fear. So if you find yourself scared, just realize that you got to feel the fear. This is my life motto: feel the fear and do it anyway. And it's incredible when you walk through that fear, how powerful and how small that fear is once you're on the other side. Number 6 is focus on the present. So be right here, right now. And when we focus on that, it's so much easier for us to take action. And then lastly, eliminate distractions. And we actually did a whole one of these Coaches Corners on distractions, but work to clear off your workspace, clear out your mental clutter, get as much aside as you can so that you can focus and get down to action. So thank you so much for this one today, Joan. Great one to pretty much kick off the new year. I know we're like 3 weeks in, but it still feels like the beginning, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you, Joan.
Love it, love it, love it. Great job, Joan. And listen, we're going to give away a 5-second rule book right here. So go ahead in the comments and type action, and we're going to give somebody a copy of the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. It's a great read. I highly recommend. I know Andrea does as well. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
We got Alan White.
Alan White, great job.
Congratulations, Alan.
Good deal. Great job.
I might give it to you on Tuesday.
Alan White, good job. Well, love you guys. Grateful for you.